You've been listening to the True Cash Flow Podcast, where we show you our best strategies and techniques we implement to build streams of passive income online, generating millions of dollars in revenue last year alone. To get some of our free training videos, just go to truecashflow.com and we will send you our quick start guide for free.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a really special guest. I'm so excited because we got Jing. He's our sourcing agent from China. We were just in China last month with the big group of Inner Circle students, and we were all there together. And Jing, every Chinese New Year, comes out and visits me in California. So right now he's at the recording studio so we could share some of the really cool tips and a lot of the stuff that he helped the Inner Circle students with in China. So we want to be able to share this information with you. So welcome to the show, Jing.
Hi everyone, I'm Jing. I know Mike since like more than 2 years ago, and we helped so many Amazon sellers grow their business from zero to quite successful. And it's very exciting to come to this studio to record a new video with Mike.
Yeah, so when he's saying, a lot of you guys, if you haven't heard some of the previous shows, what a sourcing agent is somebody that helps you on the ground in China. So those sourcing agents, they're the ones that are helping our students to be able to not just source the products for the right price, but get the right quality, help them with shipping. So Jing, a lot of the people are wondering, so you gave us some really good tips all about how do you design the right packaging, how do you find the right products. So step one, and this is what you were explaining, is once they go and they determine the right product for them, once they found what product makes the most sense, what product not just does it sell well, are the margins there, but can you compete, but also how to do this in the most economical way, meaning you don't want to overpay for product. You don't want to get a lower quality product for a higher price. You want to get the best quality for the lowest price. So what are some tips that you can share with the audience to help them to not just get the right products, because our training has already told them all about that, but what's the benefit of using you as opposed to going off on their own?
So the biggest advantage for having us is that we can make your importing from China very safe, because if you are ordering product by yourself on Alibaba, and maybe they will send you some sample to check quality, but you cannot make sure that the product they produce for you is the same quality as the sample you got. And also, if you got some defect products in United States, and it will be too late for you to fix the problem, because fixing product quality problem in United States is so expensive, and that means you will lose the money.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, because we've seen it too with some of the students that they were telling us like, hey, I found this really cheap product on Alibaba and I found a really good price. And, I always tell them, make sure you get a sample, check the quality, because it might be a really good seller.
Every time.
Yeah, every time, right? Because we've had that where, people said, well, I ordered it and it looks good, but then when they ordered their quantity, it was different and it wasn't exactly what the sample was. So, what's really good, and this is what we advise people to do all the time, is if you go to Alibaba, you can check out, get the pricing, check the quality, get a sample. And once you've done that, you can actually send that product over to Jing, and you can either make improvements on it, or you could order that same one, maybe a better quality. I've seen it where there was this one product, it was a pretty cool product, and like the straps, they weren't that heavy duty. So they sent them over to Jing, they got a little bit more heavy duty straps on it, and didn't end up paying any more for the product. How do you make your money, Jing? Like, how do you make your money so that everybody understands? When you source a product for somebody, you're charging them 10% of whatever they order, right? So if they do 5,000 of product, they're going to pay you 500. But it slides down. What's your scale? How do you charge the people the percentage?
Okay, our service rate is based on the amount of your the whole order of the whole shipment. So our service rate is range from 5% to 10%. If you are buying products more than $30,000 and the minimum charge will be like 5%.
So you charge anywhere from 5 to 10%. based on what the dollar amount of their order is. Is that correct?
Yes, and but we have two kind of service. The first service is only 5%, and the supplier, you find your own supplier and you import it, negotiate with the supplier by yourself. But we just help you to check the quality in our warehouse and help you arrange the shipping to America. And in this case, it's 5%. And another service is 5 to 10%. And in this service, we will involve the whole production management, and no matter if the supply is funded by you or a supplier funded by us, but we will help you manage the whole production, and it will usually will last like a month. And then we also help you inspect quality and manage shipping all the way to Amazon warehouses.
So, Jing, what are the other benefits of using your service other than getting higher quality at a lower price?
Besides for the lower price and the high quality advantage, the biggest advantage for working with us is we handle everything from producing to shipping all the way to Amazon warehouses. And we can also help you handle the import custom, which is also very important because you don't want your product get stuck in the custom.
That's right. And you've helped so far just in the inner circle, you've helped over 500 people. And that's what's really cool is that, see, it's not just getting a good product at a lower price and really good quality. It's the entire shipping all the way from China, all the way to the US, right to Amazon. But one of my favorite things is that you handle, there was a product one time and I didn't like the packaging. So you were able to coordinate getting me a different packaging, different logos. And that's what I really liked, because I met one of the manufacturers when I was in China and I was asking him, hey, this is a really cool product and I haven't seen this, sold too often, but I want to customize it. I want to have a different box. I want different logos. And they said, oh, we just can't do that. So it was good because then I said to Jing, I said, hey, Jing, this is what I want to do. I want to get that product, but are you able to find me a better box, different dimensions, different logo? Because that's what stood me apart on Amazon, is I was able to have different packaging, different materials, and nobody was doing that, right? Because it's called white labeling. I'm able to make the product my own. So if you guys want to be able to apply to be part of the inner circle, just go to onlinesecrets.com. So go to onlinesecrets.com. But I want to continue talking with Jing, because the number one question that we get is, I'm nervous. I don't know about sourcing products. I've never considered importing products from China. And it's not a scary thing. And that's why having Jing here to kind of explain it to you is really a benefit to you guys. So Jing, so another question that I've heard so many times, and we heard this when we were in China. So besides boxes and logos, what are some other benefits besides just doing the shipping and sourcing with the manufacturer? Because I know, and a lot of people get it confused, they think you're manufacturing the products. What you're doing is you're actually working with the manufacturer, and then you're working with the shipping companies. You're working with the packaging companies. So you're like the point of contact.
The trusted person overseas.
That's the benefit, right? Because I've never had, and I know you would never do that, but no one's ever come back to us and said, oh, we got cheated, or we lost our money, right? Because I've heard with other people just going off on their own, people might just keep your money, they don't fulfill the order, and that's the scary part. So for you to charge the 10%, to me has always been an excellent deal, right? Because if I order $5,000 worth of product, I'm paying you $500, and a lot of people might not think that's enough, but you got to remember the wages are much lower in China.
He doesn't get paid until the product is perfect. Is that right? That's
right. Yeah. And that's what we love, right? Because Jing stands behind the product, and until he doesn't get paid until everything is set on the order.
Right.
So what else would you like to, because you were telling me that, you've heard some pretty bad stories of people that tried to do it on their own, people that weren't part of the inner circle that tried to go off on their own and started sourcing products. Like what's the most common negative thing that you've seen that people should look out for?
Of course, the worst thing will be that you send the money to China and the supplier didn't send you the products, or they will send you a box of crabs that you are not able to sell anybody, that means you will lost the money.
You see, that's I almost think of it like insurance, right? Paying you, I know that I can trust you. You've never done wrong by me, and I've never heard any of the inner circle students say that you've done wrong by them. So paying that 10% is almost like an insurance, right?
Yeah, exactly. And by paying this 10% fee, and we will help you make sure all your product is in good condition. And then you don't need to worry about anything for selling in Amazon.
So to tie it back in, your company, Jing, helps everyone listening coordinate their shipment from China to Amazon to get logos and packaging and making sure that your product is the highest quality possible for the lowest price.
Yeah, and more importantly, making sure, well, to me, that's the number one thing, is that you're not just sending your money to China and then hoping you get a good quality product, or, you get something like nothing, or you get just a box of junk, like Jing was saying. Like, that's the worst thing that could happen. And, it doesn't have to be scary. People hear China and they're thinking, oh, I'm going to get ripped off, or I'm going to get junk, or I'm not going to get the right price, or, because it is a scary process, but it doesn't have to be. And that's why I'm so excited that you came out, Jing, because it's good for people. I tell them what you do, but it's really cool to be able to match your face and your voice to the company, and to understand that you as a sourcing agent are there to protect the interests of the inner circle. And for anyone who's listening, if you want to not just learn how to source products, but how to get your product ranked on Amazon, how to do the entire process, all 16 steps of the process from A to Z, and you want to apply to be a member of the inner circle, or if you just want to check out our free video report, get some really cool information, just go to truecashflow.com, enter just your first name, your email address, and I'll immediately send you the video report that shows you the entire process, A to Z, how to get started. But if you want to reach out and start sourcing products and start finding the right product, I have a really cool training video and it's free. It shows you exactly how to find the right products that make the most sense. And then once you've found that product, all you do is you type in the categories, you don't even have to pick categories. You could pick just random and then put in the criteria. And I show you exactly how to find the winners, how to find the products that make the most sense. So if you just enter your name and your email address on the site, I'll meet you on the other side.
You were listening to the True Cash Flow Podcast. If you would like our free training videos, go to truecashflow.com, enter just your first name and email address, and we will meet you on the other side. The information presented in this podcast is intended for your educational and informational purposes only. None of the statements contained in this podcast should be viewed as a prediction, guarantee, or promise that participating in our recommended programs will result in you generating a certain amount of income or achieving any level of monetary success. Success in any endeavor is based on a number of factors, including but not limited to hard work and capital resources. There are inherent risks in any business opportunity, and caution should be exercised before applying our information. You are encouraged to consult your attorney, CPA, or financial advisor before doing so.